the New York Knicks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh, that's fun. A little fun shot there for Chet. 28, 6 of 11 on threes, 8 rebounds. SGA with 26 and 8. Cat had 17 rebounds, did foul out. However, fun fact here as well. New York has not beaten OKC at the Garden since December of 2017.
That's really crazy.
I would have lost that bet if you would have proposed that to me. After the game, the story was the Thunder and how the whistle always seems to go their way. Mike Brown was a little bit heated when SGA wasn't called for his third foul sometime in the first quarter. Had more to say, by the way. Here's Coach Brown.
SGA he's a tough cover, and he does a great job of convincing the referees, probably better than anybody in the league, that he's getting hit.
Okay, that was diplomatic.
That's the nicest possible way to say he's flopping.
Yeah, okay, so your reaction is?
I don't know why these coaches are so confused by this. Like, again, we talk about this all the time. This is part of the game now. This is, as much as he does it on the offensive end, you have to teach and train your guys to defend without fouling. Like, most guys, dominant ball handling guys, especially like him, the Jalen's, the Lucas, Austin Reeves, they have gotten really, really, really good at this. And again, so I don't understand that why you can continue to get frustrated. You have to have the ability to watch film and defend without fouling. Like, again, that's more of a flop than what SGA does, like what Jalen Brunson did right there. So, like,
interesting.
I don't understand the frustration here. You know he's going to do it. You know this is part of his entire offensive package. Like, you have to learn how to defend without fouling a guy like this, or else you're going to continue to get upset with the referee and the whistle, because this has become such a huge part of the game. Like it, hate it, whatever your opinion is on it, he's really good at it. So you have to find a way of being really good defending it, instead of complaining about
Charge, ball going the other way.
You think?
Okay.
On that one. But that's not his argument. His argument is
he's arguing that with Jalen Brunson
convincing
on his team,
guys,
though, by the way.
that he convinces guys that he's getting hit. But look, go to the numbers whenever you want to debate what's going on. The Knicks shot 22 free throws. OKC shot 25.
Okay.
The Knicks committed 24 fouls. OKC committed 22 fouls. Pretty even to me. You know, is there a couple of glaring ones here and there? Sure, but that goes to the defending champions. That's always been the thing. They get the spoils. They get some of these things. And so that being an opportunity for SGA to get his third foul, we can make a case there. But he also, that would have been his third foul. So he's getting called for fouls. You know
That is true. That is fair.
He's getting called for fouls. So this being somebody that's in an MVP conversation, picking up 2 quick fouls, staying in the game, possibly getting his third, you can make that argument. Any coach should make that argument. Any coach should go to the podium and say what he said to defend his basketball team. But again, you're looking at a team that they deserve the whistle to go their way. And usually, a lot of times, the more physical team, they're going to set the standard for the whistle as well. And OKC is usually the more physical basketball team.
Yeah, I was going to say that. When you bring the game to the defense and you are the more physical team and you throw that first punch and create that contact, that's usually how you get the whistle. And again, SGA has done really exceptional at getting those calls. And what's confusing to me is Mike Brown, he's going to want these same calls for Jalen Brunson, and he usually gets them. So it's just,
he has a guy on his team
Yeah,
that
very similar.
has a lot of the same.
careful now, because your starting point guard does the same thing, if not even better at it than SGA is. So tread lightly with asking for less whistles, because that is a huge part of Jalen Brunson's offensive game as well.
That is an interesting sort of, for lack of a better phrase, lack of self-awareness when you sort of kind of pick on SGA for the one
Don't throw stones.
It is. It's kind of an interesting one. I get it, but it's also like, well, wait a minute. Bill Simmons recently suggested that the Thunder are the villains of the NBA, Lou. What do you think?
That's a hot take.
It's kind of. It's
Why?
not a
'Cause
hot
they're
take,
good?
but
That's a hot take. Like, what's the villain story? Where are the
they're
origins
Lou
of the...
Dort. They're the best. I mean, when you're the best, it
These
automatically
guys, they don't
comes
talk
with
trash. They still continue to do their interviews together. They have very likable personalities. I don't know where the villain story is. What are the origins of the villain story?
Well, how are we describing villain?
Maybe I have like animosity and jealousy towards them and their future, and how Sam Presti has absolutely just dominated the front office.
He's a
there.
villain.
Like, yeah, I might
sure.
hate him just because he's so good at his job, but I'm with Lou. I don't see this at all. There's multiple other teams and players that are less likable and villainish than OKC. If you want to hate them because they're really good, fine. That is a thing. That's fine. But like,
That's normal.
that's
you're
totally
just jealous,
normal.
honestly. If you're not doing anything, they're not doing anything dirty or extracurricular.
And
that's
haven't
gonna-
done anything that's not ethical to
Lou
make
Dort
you.
has-
Well, those are hard.
Sure, but there's 10 other guys that are dirtier.
I'm just
players
saying
than
there
Lou
is
Dort.
somebody.
I don't think Lou Dort is a dirty player. I think he's made a dirty player too in some plays that are frowned upon. But that's one individual on a team of guys. For them to be the team to be villainized, they have to have multiple situations of this. So, like Chandler just said, whether you're jealous or you want to unseat them as the kings of the NBA right now, that's a different story and different conversation we're having than being the villain. Like, I don't see SGA being a bad guy right now.
No, you know what's crazy?
I
I
don't
don't
even see him
like.
care.
I hate a lot of players on other teams. I don't think I hate one player on this team.
Right.
You know, like
Hate?
they're actually. I'm just saying, like, they're lovable.
I don't care for some of them.
I think they defend. I think they play offense the right way. They're unselfish. They're well coached. Their coach is soft-spoken, just stays out of the way and gives the credit to all the players while he just coaches them to victory and a championship. Like, they don't play dirty. They're classy. Their star player is the best, like, the most mature, like, soft-spoken, just even keel star. One of them I've ever seen.
So we're
in my
not
life.
buying.
So it's like.
but can
We're
I
not
be honest?
I don't get this at all.
Full
Yeah, I'm not buying
disclosure,
this.
I've never even heard them referred to as villains. If I'm being honest, this is kind of the first
Yeah.
time that I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
villain.
out
No,
on
they,
this.
they can be the measuring stick for a lot
Yeah,
of
they're
teams.
the
And you don't have
best.
to like them in a healthy competitive spirit. You're not supposed to like the team that you're trying to beat and get out of the seat of being the reigning champions and stopping them from being back-to-back champions. But that doesn't make you a villain because teams are aiming to knock you off your pedestal. That doesn't make you a villain.
Do you remember when LeBron was in Miami and that was
That's
the
a
first time
villain
we
story.
threw villain around? But
100%.
remember, he also doesn't like it. Like, he didn't want to be. He's not wired to be villain.
When he stepped into it, the black mask, the not smiling, being a little bit more angrier, like he stepped into it, and then eventually he got back to being the fun-loving LeBron James that we all once knew. But at that time, it was an appropriate hat to wear because people felt like he shouldn't have went to Miami. There is no origin story here for OKC.
Yeah.
But you know what the difference
They've
also
done
is?
everything by the book.
I feel
They've
like the
drafted
words-
well, they've traded well,
And, like,
they've done
I don't think
everything
they
that they've
care.
supposed to do.
When OKC,
Also-
I feel like when they go to an opposing state arena, I don't feel like it's like a hostile environment. I don't feel like they're
just
getting
simply
booed
because.
louder than the next team in starting lineups. Like, I don't think that at all.
I think they're hated for the reasons that they're the best. Like,
But where's
that's-
the hate?
That's well, I mean, it's just.
We got to find the hate.
I think the difference also is, and maybe I'm wrong here, but even if you know, let's just say this villain
We
thing
just
took
watched
off,
them-
we don't care.
I don't think they care.
I don't think they'll hear
No,
it.
it's not going to phase them
What-
regardless.
What arena in the world is more hostile than Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, it's fair.
And we didn't hear any boos or
Sam
any
said, it was just another
jeers.
game.
It was another exciting game that they showed.
So
that
they're
the fans
boring.
showed
They're
up.
the opposite
They can
of-
be boring, but I don't see a villain story. Villain
either.
story. We're gonna watch the intros to see who's gonna get booed in the intros.
Yeah.
Like if Trae Young is in an Atlanta Hawks jersey and
Going
played
there,
that
yeah.
same game last night, you're looking at a completely different environment where where the crowd is saying F Trae Young, this and that. You heard none of that. You felt none of that last night. If there was any time for us to be shown that there's a villain story happening on the horizon, it would have been last night in Madison Square
Not
Garden,
buying it.
and we didn't see it.
It's not them.
Not buying it and haven't even heard it. So if that takes off,
Nah, Bill.
congrats to everybody. This ain't it.
Chill, Bill.
That ain't
Not
it.
it.
Chill,
Chill,
Bill.
Bill.
Let's talk a little Chet Holmgren. We started off the video with him. He had a heck of a night. Leads his team in scoring and rebounding, averaging 17, 9, and 2 this season. And I understand that Jay Will's lost a lot of time as far as being on the court here, but is he officially the second best player?
And that's what I was gonna say. He's had to be.
Yeah.
And this is a team that they always fill in the gaps. Whatever's needed at that time, they're gonna address the problem and they're gonna try to do their best job. They needed a secondary guy to go out and be the guy to hold it down when SGA is not having his best night or when he is. Like last night, I looked at this game. I saw Cason Wallace. He got the first possession. Then Lou Dort got the second possession. Chet had the third and fourth possession, and then SGA got into the game. Like, this is a team that's well-rounded. So there was a deliberate attempt to get other guys going in this basketball game early and often to be able to carry them throughout the fourth quarter. And Chet was one of the guys that benefited from them. He got 2 quick early looks, were able to score the basketball. Now his confidence is going. Now he's rolling. Now you got a balanced attack on the offensive end, and especially when Jalen Williams is out of the lineup, you're going to need a guy to give you 20 to 25 a night. So Chet having 27 last night, that's what's needed. So is he a solidified second option for this team? Absolutely at this moment, because that was something that they needed to address, and he was the guy to do it.
Yeah, I think he's more than capable, obviously, being that second option. I think he can be the number one option if these guys are out, and then he can step into that role with more opportunity. I think he is that good. He is that talented, and it's almost not fair to him from a standpoint where if Wemby didn't exist, I think we would talk about this dude in a completely different light, right? Like we would see his length, his size, and the impact he has on the defensive side of the basketball. He is just a spitting image of Wendy, just less
But not quite.
productive and less and shorter. Like, you know what I mean? He's just a less version of Wemby, which is so not fair because him on his own is such a great player and such a two-way player. And if Wemby doesn't get these games, we're looking at defensive possible player of the year from this guy. So again, I think he's great. I even love the little rivalry, I guess we can call it,
I don't
between
think they
the
like
two
each
of them.
other. That's fair. That is fair.
But I think this guy's more than capable of being a second option, a first option, a third option. He is that good and that talented. And with Jalen Williams out of the lineup for a lot of this season, he showed that he's more than capable.
So would you say he's like the T-Boo version of Wemby?
The who?
Don't go.
No, because I don't even want to discredit
Oh my
Chet.
gosh, you don't know what T-Boo is either?
I've never heard that.
Oh, for the love of everything holy.
You know what she's saying?
Do you live
I
on
know
Earth?
exactly what she's trying to say, and if I'm you,
Weird.
I say no.
Lou, stop
I know,
helping him.
and I don't even want to make this about, hold on. I don't even want to make this about him and Wemby.
I don't care if
I'm
you
just
do.
saying if Wemby didn't exist, I think we would talk about him in a different light.
Okay, well, if De Niro didn't exist, then Pacino would have been the greatest actor of all time. What are we even talking about here? You know what we are talking about? Segue, the Hornets.
The
What's
red hot
in the
Hornets.
actual